Hi guys. Oh man. Hang on. Here we go. Let me, sorry, I always choose the color. Oh no. Hmm. Oh. Sorry girl, guys, I'm not really a techno girl. It's not too warm. Glow. Oh no. Terrible, man. Okay. There you go. Sorry guys. Anyway, it's been a while. As you can see, the title of my well, but let me do the proper introduction, okay? My name is Pearly Gardiner. I am an Australian citizen. I'm a targeted individual, Filipino by nationality. Targeted since birth. Since birth, targeted, and awakened a year ago. I got humanly trafficked from the Filipino mafia, husband, sold over to the Australian mafia. And a year ago, that my name is on the terrorist watch list scam, okay, of these six security intelligence here in Australia agencies, particularly the Australian Security Intelligence Organization and Australian Defence Force. Okay, well, the title is Hypergame Theory Sabotage. They just sabotage my secular work, my $70 taxable $70 income per week. They just sabotage it. And if you're following me on my Facebook, Pearly Gardiner and Pearl Gardiner, and my God, I got like 3 accounts. Pearly Imbuido Gardiner. I just did uploaded the videos there, but I'm going to share it with you as well today. As it's been a year. It's been a year that I am awakened. I'm learning a lot of stuff about all of these things. About Agenda 21, about New World Order, about counterintelligence program, about MK Ultra, about mind control, about all of these things, electronic harassments. I knew nothing about, zero. I knew nothing about a year ago. Okay, guys, it's unbelievable. I'm a guinea pig. They're experimenting on my behavior. They have my brain frequency. I'm a guinea pig to them. Okay, so that's what's happening. And while I'm learning about this, of course, I learned about how to deal with this hyper game theory, wherein they use situational and conversational scenarios. I know nothing about this before until I've searched about it. I've Google searched. I followed Brian Chudio, the whistleblower, all of these people, Deborah Tavares, Dr. Eric Karlstrom, the late Dr. Eric was a Dr. Marco, and also, you know, Dr. Catherine Horton, Ramola D. I knew nothing all of these things, about anything about these things, guys. And when you're awakened and find out and do more research about this, turn to alternative media. Stay away from, I still, I'm not that hypocrite. I still choose networks that I know that are not 100% prostitutes. Mainstream media that I know that, you can gauge if it's something that is fake news or not. But, stay away from that mainstream media. Most of them are prostitutes. They are the puppets of the deep states politicians. They are being controlled. They lick the asses of these politicians because they are getting paid to cover it up. To cover up this Agenda 21 genocide, global genocide depopulation program. They don't tell you anything about this because they are doing it covertly. And once you're awakened, like myself and all of others targeted individuals around the world, then it is become overtly. They do it covertly and overtly at the same time. Okay? Anyways, vented out again. I think my handler in Australia misses me so much. He missed attention so much because their supercomputer, multi-billion dollar technology supercomputer, is waiting for a data verification and feedback that will, you know, that will go back to their supercomputer anyway. And that's why they have to come up with a good script, because it's been a long time, it's been a while that it's been a while I haven't done anything like when I about the deception and manipulative scenarios that they throw on me, particularly DOD whistleblower Brian Chu. When I learned about those things, I applied it to myself, and it's really really effective. Hi, Mr. Filipino victim. It is really effective not to ignore the snitches. As in, you can see all of my photos and live blog when I'm out with my mom. It's like that's my social life, you know. After catalog delivery, I take mom for lunch. That's just my like social life. And I know there are snitches next to you, or they just follow you. Once you check in into a restaurant, they're just behind you, or even before you get there, they already have snitches because, you know, all of these small businesses, wherever you go in the planet, for sure, planet Earth, they're all infiltrated from small businesses to big corporations. So before even you get there, every time you get there, get to a restaurant, get to a shop, get to store, if no one follows you, they'll get call, okay? If it's the phone rings. So once the phone rings, okay, things like that. Give her the table in the middle, not the one in the corner, something like that, you know. But I ignore them because Brian just said, DOD whistleblower Brian just said, ignore. So the more you, when you ignore, there's no verification and feedback because there's no emotional response from the guinea pig victim like myself, right? Because I'm not reacting or no emotional response. Okay. And actually, like yesterday, I was at the bank and queued and paid, and I know that the teller, they're all gang stalkers. I know that for sure. But I just like kind of like, okay, ride on, and okay, ride on, talk, chit chat. You know, for me that's kind of like social, as long as they're not doing something anything harmful physically on me. They can throw a lot of psyop or psychological harassment, subliminal messages or whatever, but I ignored it. Like a lot of subliminal messages that, oh, who cares? You know? And today they really came up with a good script to really get my attention. Right, guys? Was that so in this morning with my mom, we went to the area, to the we only have two area or two maps, so we went to Maryland's and delivered the catalog. So what I was doing while I'm on that, let me check the street name. I think Brickworks or Brick something. Let me check, guys, and I will show it to you. I think Brickworks. Just double check that. Oh no, not that I need it. So, hang on a second, guys. Oh, there you go. There you go. Let me just delete some because I can't open the album. Okay, there you go. Sorry, guys. And today is the third, guys. Today is the 13th. In Sydney right now, the date is the 13th of June. It is Wednesday. I think they love that number, 13, and that's why, you know. Okay, let me show you. Okay, the address is, okay, Brickworks Drive. Okay, that's in Maryland. So guys, so this was this was the mailbox on Brickworks. I took a photo right after I put the catalogs. Okay, you can see, isn't it, guys? There, that's the one. So right after I put the catalogs, I took a photo of it. Took a photo as an evidence. So there were two Asian guys there, one male and one female Asian. they were doing the rubbish bin, because a lot of like rubbish bin, they're emptying the rubbish bin. I don't know, they said they were cleaning because lots of see, as you can see there, you can see that these ones are not my catalogs. And then you can see the you can see on the ground the some catalogs that are scattered that were scattered on the ground. Can you see it there? See there down the bottom. So those are the scattered one. Those are supposedly the ones that they have to pick up and put in the bin, not the one that I just did put. Anyway, so what happened was that right after I put all catalogs on those mailboxes on that particular street, Brickworks Drive, this is what happened. And I have the video. Okay, I'm going to share with you now this video of my two gang stalkers. My magazine's out of the thing, out of the mailbox. Why? No, no, excuse me. I put inside. Why did you remove? Sorry? No, 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 no. Why did you remove it? Because this is no junk mail. No, there's nothing there. He said no junk mail. There's no sign. I'm gonna report you to the police. Police? Yeah. What? Why did you remove it? They're all falling on the floor. No, here. I put it here. Yeah, but tomorrow was falling on the floor. You're gonna take it. No, I put here. I have my photo in here. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna complain this to the police and accord with my boss. You can. Because okay. I put everything. I took a picture. It's here, and you removed it. Yeah. So why did you remove it? You already take picture before, so you get there. So why did you remove? We just no. Here. I put it in here. We didn't touch it. I put it in here. I'm going to well, this is my evidence, and this is public. Move the magazines that I put here. We don't want to miss it. Yes, I'm gonna show it to my boss. Yeah. No, you don't clean up from here. You're gang stalkers. I will upload this on the video, okay? Okay, guys. So that's what happened. So, that was tricky, and they got my attention, of course, because that's what they want. So that was a situational, it that was situational and conversational scenario, right? Because right after I put catalogs on the neighboring block of units on the right hand side, on the way back to my car, where I parked my car right next to that mailboxes where I have already the mailboxes where they removed all those catalogs. So then, of course, while walking past, while I was walking towards my car, and then I noticed it's the catalogs that I put inside the mailbox were gone. And then he was like saying that um no junk mail, and I've been doing that for the last 6 months. I've been putting catalogs, me and my mom, for the last 6 months, and there was no sign there that it says no junk mail. Okay, so the handler won, so they finally got my reaction. Okay, so because my emotional response, isn't it unbelievable? And this is I'm gonna share it with you. Brian and DOD mind control technologies are based upon pattern recognition or something. I'm just gonna share the first 3 minutes of this video from DOD whistleblower Brian for you to understand that what happened was a situational and conversational scenario, because they desperately need my attention, my emotional response, because I've been ignoring them for the last I don't know how many months now. When I'm out and about, when I'm at restaurant, shops, anything that I do, I know they're behind me, they're stalking me, all of their gang stalkers, I know they're there, keeping an eye on me in whatever I do. And I've been ignoring them. They're not getting any emotional response from me, so they came up with this good script. So next time I know what to do already, because I've been taking picture, and that's why he was like saying, oh, you've been taking picture anyway. So because I've been taking pictures, then he had the right to remove that. That's sabotage. That's a criminal act, you know. But because they're under the Witness Protection Program of the Australian Federal Police, what can a single mother without a job, without any connection to any political parties, without any connection to someone who is influential, can do? Yeah, nothing. I'm just a piece of shit to them because I'm a guinea pig to them. And I'll share to you guys this one.
Hi, this is Brian too. It's January the 8th, 2018, approximately 11 o'clock in the afternoon. I want to talk about pattern recognition, because that's what CIA and DoD mind control technologies are based on, but people don't realize this. Everything they're doing to their victims, mind control victims, from mind control, decoding thought patterns, all the way to organized stalking, choice reference patterns, it's all based on their ability to identify, develop, and integrate coherent patterns of thought back into R&M data. And in order to do that, they have to constantly provoke the victim into patterns of behavior, to the same or similar patterns of the same behavior over and over. This is called the hypergame theory. This is how they utilize the hypergame theory against the victim. But in order to understand, I got a helicopter flying over me here. But in order to understand what exactly is happening, you have to understand pattern recognition. So basically, one response of the victim is not enough. They need multiple responses. They need to generate multiple responses of the same behavior, of the same response, emotion, over and over, in order to generate enough of these responses, which they can then correlate back into response statistics, and from that statistical data, determine coherent patterns of thought. So they must constantly force the victim into repeated responses regarding the same behavior and stimuli in order to generate those response statistics. So the tactics of the organized stalkers, the gaslighting, vandalism of property, theft of property, etc. That's called gaslighting. Their tactics, which range from the plausible to the absurd. Okay, all of that, even the remote neural attacks, even the torture, even the actual directed energy, no-touch torture, it's all based on this mathematical model known as the hypergame theory. And so the R&M system, the remote neural monitoring and manipulation system, is designed to constantly and perpetually provoke the victim. So what the tactics of the organized stalkers? To constantly and perpetually harass the victim and provoke the victim into emotions, to generate those response statistics. One response is not enough. The system then uses that statistical data to determine how to, which they're able to capture, okay, the data they capture, okay, and any set of brainwaves can be remotely captured, held, and replayed perpetually in the victim's brain. So they take that statistical data, and they determine how to interpret and link that with descriptions, with data captured about your memory references. So understand, okay, that's what I'm talking about when I say response statistics. Response statistics basically is statistical data to determine how to interpret and link descriptions with data captured about your memory references. That's very crucial to understand. That's how the mind control technologies work. Okay, so what they're doing is they're constantly trying to get in your face and keep you talking, constantly stopping you, asking for directions, constantly provoking and harassing you, okay, to generate these responses from you, okay. So basically, how do you defeat that? You defeat the hypergame theory by either refusing to play the game to begin with, or placing the opposing party in a position where they can no longer better their position against you. It's simply not possible to place a supercomputer that can think 5,000 times faster than you can in a position where it can no longer better its position against you. The government has unlimited resources. So really, the only way to defeat the hypergame theory is to refuse to play the game to begin with, meaning ignore them to the best of your ability. They're going to sit down right next to you, and if they can't get your attention verbally, they're going to do it situationally. They're going to start waving their hands around in your face. They're trying to provoke you into emotional responses, okay? They must do this every day. They must run the victim through a verification routine each day, okay, or their technology is disrupted, is significantly disrupted, because without the victim's constant and perpetual response to their constant and perpetual stimuli, their provocations, uh, integration completion between the system and the victim's brain is hindered. And without the verification process, if the verification process breaks apart, then mind control fails. They can still attack you, but mind control fails. So once they have enough of these what they do is they force you into to respond. In order to function and survive, the victim is forced to respond. Okay? And then once they have enough of those responses that they deem are consistent, okay, then they take those response statistics, that statistical data, and they use the victim's own previous choice references. What I mean by choice references, I mean memories. They're using your own memories against you, and they inject those previous choice references back into the victim's subconscious thought during normal activity, in order to pitch the victim into some type of action or access sequence, to deceive and manipulate the victim, to convince the victim that the responses were their own, to influence you, the victim, to complete or describe the reference that they're injecting, okay, the fabricated, falsified memories, by making the appropriate verbalization or related action, okay. That's key. That's key. That's called verification. They need you to verbalize or engage in a related action with regard to that remote neural attack to verify that the technology is working properly. Okay, so you can fight and control that if you learn to read active memory. Learning to disrupt and defeat trauma-based mind control, all CIA, NDIA, DoD trauma mind control technologies, all of them. Okay, it all starts with the ability of the victim to read active memory. Reading active memory means one thing: testing and validating your own memory from their artificial impulse reactions, remote neural attacks, memory injections. Okay, so looking for patterns. They're always going to, remember, everything they do is based on pattern recognition. They're constantly forcing the victim into patterns of behavior, patterns of responses, patterns of emotional responses. Well, it's those same patterns which give them away. So if you're obsessively and compulsively thinking about the same thing over and over every 30 seconds, every 60 seconds, every 90 seconds, etc., that's not you. That's not your normal memory and thought process. That's the system attacking you. Okay, with patterns, to force you into patterns of responses. So you need to learn to read active memory. Then you can begin to mentally shield. You can redirect. You can quench. You can multitask. You can control the verification process, and disrupt and defeat their technology. For example, you redirect away from the remote neural attacks by establishing a working reference, something in life that makes you extremely happy. And every time you're attacked, you just revert back to that. You redirect. It's called redirection. Back to that that working reference. A working reference, this is redirection now. Okay, it's just one method of mentally shielding or defeating their technology, disrupting their technology. So basically, a working reference is anything in life which makes you extremely happy. So whether it's Jesus or the birth of a first child or a first love, whatever memory in life, whatever previous memory reference in your life that makes you extremely happy, that's called your working reference. And you establish that as your working reference, and every time you're attacked, you revert back to, you redirect back to that working reference. So Jesus, it makes me extremely happy. So every time I'm attacked, they block my mind. They use EDM, electronic dissolution of memory, and they cause my mind to go blank before they can inject or as they do, because these are speed of light thought-triggered attacks, inject gibberish or disrupt my speech in some other way, force me into an abusive, incoherent thought pattern, etc. I just redirect back to my working reference. Jesus, 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 Jesus. I'm redirecting away from the remote neural attacks. It's called redirection. Okay? But all that begins with your ability, the victim's ability to read active memory. And that begins by testing and validating your own normal memory from their artificial remote neural attacks, impulse injections, by looking for patterns. Unless you're OCD, there's no reason why you should obsessively and compulsively be thinking about the same thing over and over. That's not normal. That's a pattern. And if you cannot read active memory, you are a sitting duck to this technology. And you will be easily defeated and manipulated and deceived. Okay? So,
Okay, guys, that's the first 9 minutes of the that was recently uploaded from DOD whistleblower Brian Chu, his YouTube channel. Just search Brian Chu. Okay, and he mentioned about stimuli, about the pattern. That's what they're looking for: pattern, choices, and references. Like when if you've been to a place, they send their, of course, their gang stalkers. The supercomputer, multi-billion-dollar technology without the gang stalkers, that supercomputer, multi-billion-dollar, is a piece of shit without the gang stalkers, because the gang stalkers are the one that follows you and verifies, and gives the feedback and verifies what you've been doing, what you bought, and stuff like that, your reaction into the street theater that they thrown on you and stuff like that. So the stimuli, a lot of stimuli they've done, they're still stuck with their oranges and green goblins, color harassment, that I am immune now. For sure they know that I'm immune to that. I see them every day, wherever, when I'm out and about, wherever, whenever. They're always all of their snitches, you know those are stimuli that they use. What else? What stimuli that I got sensitized with? Not with my neighbors. I'm done with them. They're all right. I'm immune to it. Whatever they throw with the method that they use. There's what I even forgot now the name of the method that they use, because I am immune to it. Like, it doesn't affect me anymore. 10 months, 9 at least 9 months ago, it was like hell. Yeah, because they're messing up on your brain. It is a psyop. It is a psychological harassment. Okay, and they covertly doing it, and it is a no touch torture, guys. Yeah. So stimuli, so they have to come up with stimuli. What are the things that they can sensitize me with, and that I will give that emotional response. Okay, so anyway, guys, that's just the update. And I don't know, I only have less than 90 followers on this account, YouTube, but you can follow my Facebook accounts: Pearly Gardener, Pearly Imbuido Gardener, Pearl Gardener. I have three accounts, actually four, but I forgot the other one's password. My Twitter account is targeted individ 6. I didn't know that 6 is actually a satanic number, but when I did created that account, you know, all of my gadgets are compromised, guys. Our Wi-Fi is hacked, everything. My email, it's hacked, so my messenger, everything. I'm illegally surveilled, 24/7 monitored. Everything is compromised. Like I said again, what can a single mother like me can do, earning only $70 a week? Can do, I don't have anyone influential people that I can ask help with. Actually, guys, I was contemplating of not saying anything about this, but I decided to be a member of the One Nation Party. It's a political party, headed by the leader is Senator Pauline Hanson, that represents the state of Queensland. The reason why I'm joining this political party, One Nation Party, is that because I want to become a member? Is that because with that what's this, with Agenda 21 Global Genocide Program Australia by Graham Williamson, that transcript that I've Google searched, that transcript article that I've read, 112 pages PDF file, I've read there and it was written there. And this was going back, way back before even way back even before the former Prime Minister John Howard, when I came to Australia, year 2000. I don't know who was the Prime Minister in the year 97. I need to find that out. That, with the Agenda 21, Agenda 21 Australia by Graham Williamson, I've read that first 12 pages, that these political parties, the opposition, the Labour Party, and the Liberal Party, and the Greens Party, are taking part of this Agenda 21 Global Genocide Program, implementing it. You know? So I am awakened and I've read that, and then I was like, oh, hang on a second. So One Nation Party wasn't mentioned. It wasn't mentioned in that in that um in that transcript, that this One Nation Party is not supporting this global genocide program. It's like when you go to Deborah Tavares video on her website, stopthecrime.net, when she mentioned about the NAS, about the NASA plan, okay? Wherein she mentioned the transcript from the NASA plan, and it was mentioned CNN, mainstream media prostitute CNN, signed to be one of these media, mainstream media, to implement, to cover up, where to implement is to cover up what's really going on in the world. It's the same like that. One nation is not part of that. One nation wasn't mentioned in that transcript that I've read. And that's the reason why I want to become a member of that political party. That's the reason why. Okay? And having said that again, not all of these political parties, not all members of these major political parties, Labor, Liberal, and the Greens, I'm not saying that all of those members are aware of what's happening. That's not my point. Okay? But it's just disheartening, really. I can't, there's no logic there. Okay? There's no logic there. And what is that Agenda 21? Their objective is the New World Order. They're serving the Illuminatis, okay? These billionaires, big corporations. And how to get that objective? Through the Agenda 21. And all of these cells under, below the Agenda 21, we have the COINTELPRO, Counterintelligence Program, also known as the MK Ultra. Okay? That has been there for the last 70 years. And when you say counterintelligence program, they have all the vehicles how to carry that out. One is what? If you're a targeted individual, okay? So they are experimenting in your brain and they're doing everything. And then you have the geoengineering. That's why they have the chemtrail. They have GMO in our foods. They poison our water with fluoride. And we don't know nothing about this. Just like drinking the tap water. And then they tell you to wear sunglasses. And according to Joe Imbriano, he said that those ultraviolet rays, we need those vitamins D. So with all the lies that they said, I mean, maybe if you're walking by the beach, by the seashore, and it's really, really hot, maybe, you can expose your eyes for 20, half an hour and put back your sunglass, but not totally not having a sunglass. When you're driving, you need the sunglass when it's really affecting your driving skills. Something like that, But these are the lies that they've been telling us because they want to depopulate us. They want to covertly, slowly, surely, slowly, softly kill all of us. Yeah? And all of this LED lights, I changed my light bulbs. I don't know. This is not incandescent light because I can't find any incandescent light in any store of Australia. Here in Sydney, I found halogen, I don't know. But LED lights emits blue lights radiation. I'm a biochemist graduate or something, and I learned about these things. I know nothing about that our body is made of this electrochemical, that our brain and our heart organs are made of electrochemical. I know nothing about these guys, And this LED lights emissions from your televisions, from your light bulbs, from Wi-Fi to smart meters. Oh my goodness me, the radiation emissions that coming from there, I don't know how many gigahertz, whatever. I know nothing about this. It's affecting and it can induce all sorts of diseases into us, cancers, tumor, whatever, ovarian cysts or prostate cancer. If you are being exposed, long time exposure. I knew nothing about these guys. And I think this is my life now. They can kill me anytime they want. They can covertly kill me anytime they want. I am nothing. I'm a piece of shit to them. I'm their guinea pigs. But as long as I'm alive and breathing, I will raise public awareness about this. And this is not only for those people that are in deep asleep. These are also for you gang stalkers, for you Freemasons, and for you handlers who's been there doing this for the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. You've inherited to become a gang stalkers from your great grandparents to grandparents to parents. Oh my goodness. I just unbelievable, guys. And this is my public announcement. I did contacted One Nation Party. I asked for my membership form for them to send it to me. I wanted to know more about the political agendas and platforms. And if it's one of these things that they don't have to be taking part of this, if they want to withdraw from that UN plot that they've signed, that Australia signed in 1997 in Brazil, when this UN environmental conference in environmental something organization conference in Brazil that eventuated that year in 1997, and Australia is one of the signatories for this Agenda 21. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't believe. And if I have that knowledge, you know, if I have that knowledge, I'm awakened. I have the moral duty and obligation to raise public awareness of this. Okay? I'm not trying to become a hero here. No, no. Like I said, I am nobody. I got zero account, zero balance in my account. Where literally, if I don't get my $70 from my catalog delivery, I can't shut up. And that's why I appeal to you. If you are a retired military, retired Australian Defence Force, or active, retired Australian Federal Police, active, you are a reporter, you are investigative journalist from this mainstream prestigious media in Australia, and you know something about this, come forward and speak out about this. You have the resources, you have money, you have all the technologies you can buy from JB Hi-Fi, and fight this system, because it's not fair. It's not fair. How many of us, how many Asian women, don't say Filipina, how many women from different countries that were married by Australians, by gang stalkers Australians, brought them to Australia and put their names on the terrorist watch list scam? How many of us? How many? Like I said in my previous videos on my Facebook Live blog, I'm still grateful to my handler back in the Philippines who orchestrated and manipulated my shipment, my human trafficking shipment from Filipino mafia cartel, sold me over to the Australian mafia cartel. I got shipped through my ex-German Australian husband. That's how it was manipulated. How many of us? How many women from different countries married by these Australian gang stalkers brought them here, and up until now they're still, they're still not awake about what's been happening? How many of us? It's not fair. And most especially, you did not even spare my daughters, my girls. They are even bonus to you, to you, to you, Norbert Harms. Bonus. Huh? That my girls, you did not even spare my two daughters. Over and over again, I say, even though that my daughters are product of a COINTELPRO script, they are my flesh and blood. They are my flesh and blood. They are my daughters. Okay? That you did not even spared. And they're part of your mind control, whatever, with your supercomputer, multi-billion-dollar technology. Unbelievable. Anyway, guys, it's been 40 minutes. It takes a while to upload this, so I'll cut it here now, and until next time, guys. And that's how my day went today. And like the advice from DOD whistleblower Brian Chu, it's a good advice that I still have to to follow, because it's a good thing. And my handler, for sure, they're gonna come up with another street theater or whatever conversational situational scenario again that they're going to come up with. This is a hyper game theory, guys, so what can I do? I'm just a guinea pig. Yeah. So that's all for now. God bless you all. And to all of you following me on my YouTube channel, this is my main YouTube channel. I have another two YouTube channel, Pearl Gardener and Pearly Gardener, but I use this account a lot. And if you wanted to know more about my I promise to continue my story about how my targeting unfolded that led me to my awakening. But guys, I'm sorry that I can't like right now, I can't do continue that. But if you have access to Facebook, I have my Facebook live video blog from part 1 to part 8, and there you can watch how my targeting unfolded that led me to my awakening, the story about my life. Okay, guys, and that's all for now. God bless you all. Follow me on Facebook, Pearl Gardener or Pearly Gardener, and my Twitter account is what's this, targeted individ 6. And also, guys, this is a new discovery. Joe Embriano's website, thefullertoninformer.com. It's really, really helpful, good website. And also sgtreport.com. Oh my God, amazing websites. They talk about Agenda 21, 5G, and stopthecrime.net, Deborah Tavares, and they talk about 5G, Agenda 21, pedo gates, pedophile, this all, sex trafficking with children. This is unreal. I got no words to say about this wickedness. Indeed, Satan is the ruler of this world, guys, and I know that God, Yahweh, will end this soon. I can't wait for Him to intervene and to really put a stop, and for Him to re-show it to these Illuminatis, these satanic cults. I can't wait for Yahweh God, along with Jesus Christ, the reigning King, His Son, to really show it to them that Yahweh, He's the most powerful God in the universe. That they want to redesign the human being, that they want to redesign, like what human rights activist Deborah Tavares said, that they want to change everything what God created, you know, is unreal. And also, of course, stop007.org, that Dr. Catherine Horton. And if you wanted to know more about mind control and gang stalking, Dr. Eric Karlstrom, his website is gangstalkingmindcontrolcults.com. And of course, everydayconcern.net, Dramology reports. That's all for now, guys. God bless you all. And until next time, follow me on Facebook. Thank you. Bye for now. God bless.